Hello, welcome to episode 17, right?
Yep.
Of the ExtraCasual podcast with Ashton.
And Gavin.
And we have a banger of a topic to start off with.
Uh-huh. Absolute banger.
Yep. How should we intro this?
How about this? Over the past week, me and Ashton went to an Avenged Sevenfold concert.
Yep.
Just cut and dry. It was, I guess, overall, at least what I thought it was really good. Like, well, obviously we'll go into more detail, but yeah,
a little bit.
It was really good. Yeah. So, I guess, where should we start?
First we should probably introduce the topics because I forgot about that. But first we have the concert topic. That's going to be the main
focus.
Main, like, food on the table. And then we got two side topics, which are Skittles' newest flavor will make your nose hairs curl. Trust me, it will. And then Twitter being rebranded as X. We have a couple comments about it. And if you want to hear those comments, you got to listen all the way to the end. So, you better.
Yeah. Alright, so...
But, back to the first topic.
Alright, let's start at the beginning. And I think I should do a little bit of the talking starting out because...
Gavin has to place some lore down for us.
Yeah. So, obviously, when the new album's coming out, they also announced their tour dates. Life is But a Dream. And I managed to get the tickets, like a few months ago, I'd say. And originally, I was going to go with one of our guests, Jacob, and the last minute, basically, he had to duck out because he didn't want to be basically in the hood past curfew.
Yeah, we can't really say what.
Yeah, where
it is, but trust me, it's pretty violent.
Yeah.
Can be violent. And there's been cases of shootings recently there too, so.
Yeah.
But it's also just city driving, which I could understand why I didn't want to do it.
Yep. So, at the last second, like a true G, Ashton said he was able to go, and we went.
Yep.
Which I was really happy for, especially because, rock music and metal isn't really his cup of tea, per se. But, yeah.
It grew on me near the end of the night.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
Yeah. How long were we there, though, quickly? Wasn't it 7 hours or something?
Well, let's see, we got there, I want to say around 4. We kind of just chilled in the car for 20 minutes. Then we head to the stadium. Then we wait in line to go through the metal detectors. Yeah. And then we just kind of waited for another hour and got merch. But I will get to that a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's start. So we drove to the city. Well, no, we're basically to the merch already.
Yeah, I guess. Now you say it like that.
So, we know when you go to a concert, you gotta buy merch, so...
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this is, both of our first times, going to a concert, so...
Yeah.
But we got in and all that. Everything was good, and then we started walking around because we still had, time, so Gavin wanted to go look at merch. Waiting in line for merch, and then I wanted to get a sweatshirt. They had a really cool, Life is But a Dream, esque styled sweatshirt. So just, gray and black, scribblings of, the Reaper and all that on it.
And different other drawings.
Really nice quality and everything, but the price is, oh my god.
Yeah.
It was a little too much.
Yeah, I told my mom how much the hoodie cost, and she said, well, that explains why the tickets were comparatively cheaper. It's because the merch was so expensive.
Hey, at least the tickets were cheaper, I guess.
Yeah, suppose.
But we got those. Did we say the price of those sweatshirts?
$95.
Yep. But we got those, and then we wandered around again. And then we sat down as they were setting up the stage for the first opening, which was Kim Dracula.
Yep.
And then, like, as we were sitting there, because we literally sat for, like, I want to say 30 minutes, we got back up because we got bored of, waiting because we arrived super early and they weren't starting on time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so then we went back to the merch again, and we both bought their latest album and vinyl.
Yeah.
Another $55 for each.
Well, technically, you were. This is just for the record. You were running low on cash, so I bought both of us the vinyl
Already.
Yeah. Yeah. For sake
I had
of
to
reference,
pay like $50 in food though. Food is crazy.
Yeah, I get that's the case for every event. So, like, it's neither really here nor there, at least in terms of food. But stuff like that, everything else can be expensive.
Yeah.
Anyway, so after we went back after Ashton bought us some food, we ran into a familiar face, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Someone from school that we really did not expect.
And especially what you're saying about him.
Yeah, because from, like, so I guess for sake of reference, we're in the same chem class. He said that basically everything after City of Evil sucked, which, including the new album, which I don't really agree with, but, yeah. So he was there with his girlfriend, and we were very surprised, me especially.
I was just surprised that I saw a familiar face, like a couple hours away from where we normally are.
Yeah.
I saw him and I literally just pointed at him and I said, "You," and he said, "Oh, it's Ashton and Gavin." And then we just kept walking.
Yep.
Didn't see him ever again.
Yep, not for the rest of the night.
Yep.
Anyway, so, yeah, we got back to our seat, like, 15 minutes later, I want to say, first deck started. They're pretty good, I'd say, Kim Dracula.
What would you rate them out of 10?
I'll give them a 7, because they're not really my style, so to speak.
I was gonna say a 7 too.
Yeah, same reasons, or?
My reasons were, well, yeah, it's not my style, and, like, something I learned is that for a concert, if you don't know, like, the songs that they're playing, it's really hard to, like, sing along and understand what they're doing because, like, sometimes, or most of the time, the vocals are overpowered by, like, everything else that's happening on stage.
Yeah.
So, like, vocals are basically secondary to everything else that's happening, but his songs, I only recognize, like, one or two of his songs, like, the songs that they played, and they were their most popular. I think it was Paparazzi and, Drowned or something like that.
Yeah. And the funniest thing is that when we first heard Paparazzi, there's like a piano bit, we thought they sampled Damned from the Call of Duty Zombie series. We thought it was really funny.
I'm pretty sure they did, didn't they?
I want to say so. Like, I guess for sake of reference, we went back to Ashton's place and I stayed the night. We listened to it like a little bit. And it sounds like it, but I can't say it's exactly the same.
It was inspired by it.
You could say that.
But yeah. Oh, I have one more comment on why I didn't really like it that much. Or, like, why I gave it a 7 out of 10. The bass was, like, the most bassiest I'd ever felt in my life.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. Like, I could feel it, like, compressing my chest for some reason.
It felt like the bass was, like, took over beating my heart, and it like the bass was controlling my heart rate. Like, I was getting pains from the bass. I'm so glad that we brought earplugs, or, like, got earplugs, because After the
Yeah.
concert, my ears weren't ringing that much, but during one of their songs, I purposely took out, like, for each band, I purposely took out one of my earbuds to, like, see the actual, like, like, how loud it was. And it was, theirs was really bad. I,
Like it
like,
was the
I,
lowest of
like, jump
all.
scared myself taking it out, basically.
Yeah. Uh, I kept mine out for like 10 seconds, and like their first song, they just had mine in the rest because you know loud music is good, but it's also not worth risking my hearing in the future just for this one experience.
Yeah, because then you'll never be able to hear them again.
Precisely.
But other than that band,
Yeah.
how long do you think they played? Probably like 40, 30 minutes?
30 to like 45, gotta be roughly that long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So we got up, walked around, used the bathroom, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, no. Then we went back down, chilled, and waited for the next act,
In
which
between the
is
acts, it felt like it was like about an hour in between the acts.
yeah. Well, because like literally all that time is set up, so
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention one thing about the Kim Dracula. So at the start when like Gavin and I were sitting down, we were like looking at the stage and like there wasn't that much people like in the mosh pit area and all that because they had a giant mosh pit area in
hmm
front of the stage like usual with rock concerts, but they had on a table they just had a chessboard and like Gavin and I were like joking about what they were gonna do with the chessboard the whole entire time, and sadly we were kind of disappointed.
yeah. The lead singer made one move, and that was it.
He sat down a couple times, but I didn't even see him really touch the chessboard.
Yeah. Although it was pretty cool. See, he brought out a chainsaw, so
Yeah, but I have a feeling they just sound effect the actual like chainsaw noises in.
yeah. I mean, probably it wouldn't have been loud enough, like over everything.
But it's still funny. Like he brought up like a cloth was over the chainsaw thing, so he didn't know what it was, and then like he set it down and like you could see like the chainsaw like case holder for it, and then he like takes it out and like looks at it, and then in the middle of the song he just starts pulling it and it like kicks in,
Yeah, starts revving it.
and then he starts like spinning around with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
There was also a trumpet guy too.
Oh yeah.
Death metal trumpet.
Listen, man, it's gotta be somewhere. That's pretty dope. I gotta admit.
Yeah, that like back to the chessboard real quick. Gavin and I were joking about how like we're like, what is he gonna do? Like how he has to do something with his chessboard.
Yeah. What we were thinking was he was gonna throw it into the crowd, and like they had to put it back together or something like that.
Yeah, my joke was he's gonna throw all the pieces into the crowd, and then like a bunch of people that have all the pieces are gonna try to like put them together to like recreate Exodia,
Yeah.
just with the chessboard.
Yeah. That didn't happen, but whatever.
Yeah, he literally made like one or two moves, and then that was it of the chessboard.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're
Yeah.
on to the next opening that played.
Alexis on Fire. I guess just for sake of reference, we never heard of either of these bands.
Yeah,
But they were good too. I'd say. I think I'd probably give them like the same rating, like
yeah.
overall.
I'd probably say about the same rating too.
Yeah, like you said earlier, it's hard to kind of get into the music if you don't really know the songs.
Yeah, like Gavin and I once again we looked up the artist. I'm pretty sure I looked up the artist before they even played while we were waiting, and it was like it was still extremely unfamiliar. Like we didn't recognize a single song.
Yeah, and turns out, since we looked on Spotify, we get to see their monthly listener count. They were they're a very like unknown, I guess so to speak, band. Like they only had like a little bit more than half a mil listeners per month, which not a lot, and half a million kind of go against each other. But in this kind of equation,
Yeah,
uh,
in terms of how much is Avenged Sevenfold?
last time I checked, 8 million.
Oh, okay. So yeah, That's like what 16 less than Avenged Sevenfold. If it
I'd
was
say so.
half a million. Oh, I actually
Yeah.
did that math right. But yeah, it was. They were pretty unknown. But I did like their There was like a chorus guy. I guess I don't know the proper word for him. He was like a
Yeah,
he
kind of like
wasn't
the.
he wasn't the main singer. He was like the backup singer, I guess. But he was like an older guy. He did like all the chorus, basically all the chorus for all the songs. Like it would be the main guy singing, and then whenever it cut to the chorus, it would only be him, and like the light would like pan to him.
Yeah, that guy was good.
Yeah, but the lead singer, he was like overhyped. Like he was like running back and forth, basically. Like, oh, and we gotta mention the brutality that all the bands did to the mic stands.
Oh yeah, like let's see, Kim Dracula, lead singer, like he like threw it, or like he slammed it on the ground.
Yeah,
Uh,
he broke it and bent it.
yeah, that was Alexis on Fire.
Yeah, what he did, what Alexis, whatever is, however they say it, he put the microphone over the back of his neck and like on his arms, like it was like his arms were like stretched out, and he like squeezed down and like bent the whole mic stand, and then he bent it back up, so it
Uh
was
huh.
like an N formation with the bending.
It was pretty dope, you gotta admit.
But he like did it. I mean, it's a rock concert, but like he did it so unexpectedly. Like he just picked it up and did it.
Yeah,
Kind of caught me off guard, but yeah, there wasn't much hype with the audience for both of the bands.
because there was this because that like everyone was waiting for the main act.
Well,
And,
yeah, both of them at multiple like times were like, "Okay, this is a mosh pit song. I want to see a mosh pit form," and then like a mosh pit would only form for like one of the. I'm pretty sure they didn't even form for Kim Dracula. One
yeah,
only formed for like less than a minute with Alex is on fire.
yeah. I mean, not to mention it wasn't the mosh itself wasn't really that big, and I guess to add to it, during Kim Dracula, uh, no one was really like
Hype.
it. Well, that and there wasn't like as many people. Like later in the night, there was a lot more people. Like I want to say it straight up doubled from like the time between Kim Dracula and the main event.
Yeah, like I have pictures. I'll show Gavin it later, but I have a picture, Gavin, of like it's like as they're setting up and everything, and there's nobody in the mosh pit crowd besides like 30 people, whereas like near the end it was probably around like 200.
Yeah,
And like all the seats in the back were super bare.
yeah. Well, it probably didn't help that those seats were in the back, and people usually want to be as close as possible.
Well, no, I don't mean like the back ones. I mean the ones like straight across from us.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Those ones were pretty bare. Because for reference, we were like, if you're standing on the stage, there's the left, the front, and the right. We were on the right side of the stage, like
yeah,
from where they were facing.
yeah. Like
We had some
kind
really
of.
good spots too.
Yeah, we did.
They were
Pretty.
like, they were basically, we weren't high up, so we could see them decently well.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I guess if we're done with our little segment on Alex is on fire. Yeah. They ended like we had like another 30 minutes to, we walked around a little bit more. I think Ashton got some more food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they started setting up for the main course.
Yep. Main show. And
They
my God, it was amazing.
Yeah, first of all, like before we get far into it, they expanded the stage by like 3 times.
Yeah.
Like I thought they were gonna perform on that stage, but then they literally added like, so for the one stage, there's like one platform, so like everything was level with it. On this other stage, they had the main platform, which they doubled the size in, and then they had 2 other stages on the side. So like you'd have the singer in the middle, and then you could have guitarists on each side. And there was literally like steps up to each like platform, and then in the back there was the drummer area.
Yeah. I wish it wasn't as far back. It could really fit the drummer to any pictures.
Yeah,
Oh well.
it looked kind of goofy, but there was probably a reason behind it.
Yeah. Not to mention, like, there's like these. Like, how would you describe them? Like, because I'm not really sure. Like, not like projectors, but like.
You talking
Uh,
about like the strobe lights, or you talking about like the screens?
yeah, the screens kind of that like showed like different light things. Like those were set up, and those were really cool.
Okay, so they had different screens along the stage. They had the back screens behind the drummer, which were like to add to the song, like ambient background images and stuff like that were themed to the song. And then on the panels on the sides, like off the stadium area, there was like cameramen like recording different angles of the singers like live, and then they like put filters over them, so like they'd be singing and it would look like there was like fire coming off them and stuff like that.
Yeah, or like there's like
Super cool.
yeah, smoke or fog or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really cool. So let's get into the first song. The first song they played, and I actually managed to actually got on video, was "Game Over" from Life Is But a Dream, because after all, it is their tour. It is the
Mm-hmm.
tour for that album, and it was really good. Like I didn't really know the song that well, but like I knew enough of it to kind of get it.
Yeah. I won't mention the songs that really played, but I like how they did it, like, because of the album tour, they got to play most of the songs from the album. So what they did is they had like one or two album songs, and then they played a couple of their other songs, and then they played one or two album songs, and played a couple of their other songs,
Yeah,
until they basically played all of the album songs.
yeah, all but three. But I think those were some of the longer ones, so.
Or just weren't really like vibe long rock music.
Yeah, and maybe kind of like, I guess, harder to pull off, so to speak, but whatever. Let's
Yeah.
see. Next song, Mattel. I'm actually a lot more familiar with that song, and that one was also really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And like the background, it was really cool. Yeah. So I'm having a hard time trying to think of what to say, but yeah, it was just really really cool. Like the lighting effects were really good. Like they weren't as like potent like for like the light effects as like some of the other bands before. I mean, it definitely got potent like a more of a time, but starting
Mm-hmm.
out, yeah.
Yeah, they
Uh,
basically just had stage lights on them, and then they had these really cool like LED strips along the side of the stage, and like, smoke fills up the whole entire arena. So then like you can see like pillars of like LED lights that are all programmed to the music, like changing colors and all that.
mhm.
But then they also had overhead strobe lights that would like randomly like move around with the crowd and all that.
Yeah,
But it didn't seem like it was overbearing. Like it didn't seem like it was too much. It seemed like it was perfect, or not perfect, but decent.
yeah. And my god, their next song, I believe it was "Hail to the King." People were
Hmm.
freaking hyped, and I was too. Yeah, that song is a banger.
Mm-hmm.
Just people just chanting "Hail, Hail,
Mm-hmm.
Hail," and like, just pumping their fists. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's probably when it started picking up for me, because I was like, I I am not an avid listener, or I'm not an avid listener like Gavin was saying. I just tagged along because it was gonna be like really fun no matter what.
Yeah,
But I definitely knew that song, and I like that was one where, like I was saying, like you don't know, like if you don't know the lyrics to the song, it's a lot harder to sing along to it in a concert setting. but that one I knew most of it, so I was able to sing along and like chant along with everyone.
Yeah.
But let's see, what else was there?
I'm looking through the pictures I took. I'm trying to figure out which songs they were by based on what picture, and I'm having an unusually hard time.
Well, didn't they play the Rev tribute song?
Oh yeah, that was after Hail to the King. So far away. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
wait a minute. Give me a sec, because I know I got pictures.
Well, while Gavin's looking for them, during the tribute to Rev, which was their drummer, right?
Yeah, their first drummer.
The drummer that passed, I don't know what day, or not what day, what year, but um, while the song was playing as a tribute to him, like a background, like outline of him, I guess, was shown.
Yeah, it's a silhouette.
Didn't he also like have everyone put their phone lights up too?
Yep.
I have a
And I
couple really cool pictures of like basically the whole entire stadium has their phone flashlights on.
yeah, I got a pretty good one too.
Which, back in the day, instead of phone flashlights, it was lighters, but there were still people rocking the lighters.
Yep. Good old fashioned. Let's see. I'm still trying to think.
Could you just look
Uh,
up a song list?
yeah, that'd probably be a better idea. Let's see. Oh yeah, Afterlife. I think they did that one after Hail the King. Yeah, that was really hyped too because that's easily one of their best song
Hmm.
of the night. Which, like, it's very common knowledge that listening to hearing bands in person is a lot different than hearing them like through Spotify because they have to do this in one take. And
It's
they don't
all,
have like the luxury of mixing, so of course it's gonna be sound a
yeah.
little different.
Yeah, definitely. Which is nice though then, because then like they can like a later on song that they played from the album was G, which is like
Yeah,
one of my personal favorites that I listen to, and like
yeah,
one of the only songs I have in my playlist really. But there's like a part where it says like by obsessive fans, and he like points at the crowd, and then like right after he says but you're great, and he like gives like a like a gesture that would accompany saying that.
yeah. I think
But
he just
it's
straight up set up too. Like he didn't even sing it. Like that's just like a blanket statement to us.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking back at the list. At this point, I'm not really going in order because I can barely remember the order. My memory sucks.
Well, you're just having too much fun and time that you can't really remember it all. You just remember all the
Uh,
super good
yeah,
parts, which is basically all of it.
yeah. Buried alive, and people were also really hyped for that because like I think Nightmare is considered to be like one of their best albums. Like in spite of like all the setbacks to per se.
Okay, what was the one where they had like the background was the guy and the girl?
Little Piece of Heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't you explain the story like behind that song?
yeah.
And
I
isn't
think
it
it's
basically what they portrayed in the background projectors?
yeah. So like this the start of the song itself, like just to keep a long story short, is a guy falls in love with a girl. She doesn't reciprocate the feelings. He kills her. She comes back from the dead, kills him. They get married and cause some chaos.
Married in the Afterlife or something like that.
Yeah, post mortem.
Yeah.
And like the official music video, it's a lot more clear because they turn into zombies. Let's see. I guess I'm still trying to keep a somewhat like it's like chronological event.
Well, I know how
I,
they ended, but that's not chronological order.
yeah. I think looking back, I think like one of the songs near the middle was "Unholy Confessions," and like despite the fact that's like getting credence to be one of their greatest songs, I don't really like it that much. Like at least in terms of like a normal like Spotify and whatever, because like I guess the old school their old school screaming just isn't for me. But at the show, I thought it was amazing.
Hmm.
Yeah, it really goes to show that how they do things like after the fact can really change a perspective on a song.
Yeah.
I mean, chances are I'm still not gonna like it as much as I did when I saw it live, but whatever.
Well, now you understand, like,
Why
it's
people
good
like it.
for crowds and concerts.
Yeah, and it's also understand why people like it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I think after that they played Nobody. Actually, no. I think after that it was We Love You and then Nobody. And man, people went wild, especially for Nobody, because that was their kind of debut song for Life Is But a Dream, which by far gained it the most press.
Okay. Which one was the one that kept saying more in it?
That was We Love You.
Okay. I like that one too. What's cool
Yeah.
is, like, as he was saying, like, the more this, more that, build
Uh,
taller, build higher. Like, as he kept saying it in the background was like it was just like constantly appearing in the background as like a text prompt that kept building up and up and up and up.
yeah.
It must be hard memorizing that.
Yeah. I mean, especially for an album that literally came out only a couple months ago. And
Yeah.
something I really love is that like near the end of the song was like when they got back to like the more part and it like gradually starts speeding up, people just start clapping like
Mm-hmm.
and they just start speeding up. That was awesome.
Do I know another thing that I noticed and like gained a lot of respect for about like the concert?
What?
The artists are like no artist had any like note sheets or anything, which no, it's kind of obvious. Like you can't really have note sheets while on stage and everything, but like the fact that they can do those performances and like not mess up enough to where you would notice, because they probably did mess up, but
Yeah.
like you wouldn't notice. But it's just like that takes a lot of dedication and like
And time.
mastering the talent.
Yeah. Time, practice. I mean, they obviously they did it for the fans because they wouldn't want to purposely give their fans a bad show.
Yeah, like just pull out the note sheets with like a choir stand in front of them.
Line. Yeah.
Oh wait, oh sorry, I repeated that line.
Wait a second. Yeah. Let's see. Then they played Nightmare, which people got like super hyped for that too because that is their leading song on the album that shares the name.
Yeah, I'm. I want to say that I'm not sure it was this song, but I want to say that that was the song when people started like. There was one area of the mosh pit area where people were like always mosh pitting,
Yeah,
like
especially so.
not like in other areas. It's just this little like bubble of probably like 50 people, like just around the area, but there's only a couple in that like in it at a time.
Yeah. Well, I want to say like for like the main show, the mosh was definitely more than 50 people. Like I think it's probably
No,
upwards of like 100.
I just mean the people that were around the circle of the area that was moshing.
I got it.
But there was definitely like 200. I'd say like 200 or more.
Yeah. Actually, I think before Nightmare, they played the stage from the album that shares the name, and I didn't. There's another song I wasn't exactly familiar with because I only really listened to it once and just kind of like
Moved on.
just discarded it and just listened to the rest of the album. But listening into it again, it made me kind of appreciate that song more, and I'm actually gonna probably start listening to the stage again to see if I miss any really good ones. Because I probably have. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess as like a little side thing, we were talking about we were talking about like seeing events live and how it makes you appreciate like whatever it is more. Like I mentioned mentioned to Ashton seeing baseball and basketball live, and that made me appreciate those sports better. Well, at least basketball.
Yeah.
And yeah, and like listening to like some of the songs that I kind of disregarded live kind of made me appreciate those songs more.
Mm. Yeah.
And
It made me definitely appreciate the band more. You know, I went to go see it live, so I already appreciated it, and then now I appreciate it more.
yeah, and I guess real quick back to Nightmare. Like when it got to the end of the chorus, you know, M Shaw, he just kind of put his arms out, and as he just had, like the crowd just shout, it's your fucking nightmare."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always thought that the like level of crowd interactivity that Avenged Sevenfold had, like this is true for like a lot of their past appearances. I think it's really cool, and
Mm-hmm.
I guess to go to a little piece of heaven during the Revs part, like they stated, and it's still true today that they never like for live shows they don't have someone do his part because it is his part till the end, and I guess the fans are the lone exception. So yeah, people were singing the Revs part, and it was really cool.
Hmm. It's nice that
If
they do that, though.
yeah. Let's see, Backcountry. I remember I've actually been listening to that song quite a lot recently. And my gut, when M. Shaw was announced that, I was freaking out, and a lot of other people were too.
He I know I've seen lots of like people at concerts, just like on social media and all that, do this, but the way that some of these like bands and artists like announce their next songs is just amazing.
Uh huh.
Like this one's not really related to like rock, but there was a Taylor Swift opening where she's like, "Do you ever just like walk into a room and you see somebody and you just know that they're trouble, and then like the song starts, everyone freaks out."
People, yeah, people explode.
But it's just like there was ones that caught me off guard. I was like, okay, where is he going with this statement? And then like it goes the opposite direction that I think it was gonna go, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was decently caught off guard.
Yeah. Like I was gonna be real. I was not expecting them to play "Hail to the King." Like when Shaw was talking about all that stuff. And I was also not really expecting them to play "So Far Away" when Shaw was talking about like at a point like you will see people like you know go
He started to
go
get
away from your life. Ex-
existential on us.
yeah, you will see people die in life. People are gonna see you die like at some point. I thought they're going to get into a little piece of heaven, and he's gonna say, "Well, we all gotta die sometimes, right?" And then they just cue the song.
That would have been perfect too.
Yeah, it'd been really good.
They probably did that for a different show and just wanted to change it up.
Yeah, probably. Let's see. I if it wasn't So Far Away or A Little Piece of Heaven, I honestly would have expected Brompton Cocktail, which is a bit of an odd choice, from my perspective. But yeah, whatever. I still very much pleased with what I got.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now towards the end of the show, they played G, which Ashton really likes because that's really the only song he's familiar with. Ordinary. I always keep on thinking this song's name is Ordinance, but it's not. Which was also good, and Death. And then after that, they played Life Is But a Dream, the song. And they just kind of pieced out. But I guess before that, we should at least talk about the songs.
G.
Yeah.
G, if you listen to the song, it's like it could easily be like sang in at a concert.
Yeah. Very, very simple. Like the part where like the girls come in, like the audience was singing that.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. Ordinance. Honestly, another song I kind of cast it off because, like, I guess just kind of like the voice mod. Like, I just kind of thought that was mundane, but
Didn't he
I
bring
mean,
out like a thing for that?
yeah, he did. But yeah, it was good. Like, very good.
Yeah.
Very different. Like from literally everything else, because that's the only like song that's really like that on the album, except for maybe Cosmic, which of course they didn't play. And Death, which is a nice slow song about things in a dream, which is very nice, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then Life is but a dream, and that was it. That was the show.
The ending was. Gavin and I were cracking jokes about the ending because they literally like
They just pieced. Like they didn't say like.
as the like piano was playing at the end and everything, like they literally like lights went black and they like walked off stage and everything.
Yeah.
And the lights came back on a little bit and there was like nobody on stage for like 3 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And then I made a joke to Gavin and I like turned over to him and I said, "Yep, they're in Florida by now."
Yep. On to the next show.
On to their next concert that they planned same day.
Yep, same day. They just teleported. Yeah. Anyway, in all seriousness, I think I definitely have to give this a 10 out of 10 show. It just this act entirely is 10 out of 10.
Yeah. And
Like,
traffic wasn't that bad going in, so that also gets bonus points.
Yeah. It was really bad going out, but that's kind of to be expected.
Yeah, there was literally like 60 plus people like just walking the streets, like cutting in between cars.
Yeah.
There was people like cutting off other people, honking.
Yeah, that's the cities for you.
Yep, I'm glad I don't live in a busy city.
Uh-huh. Okay, I gave my rating for the main act and the show itself. So yeah, mine's a 10 out of 10 for the main act and 10 out of 10 for the show. What about you?
I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 for now, but if I like go to listen to an artist in the future, like at a concert, then I have a feeling that it would be topped.
Yeah.
But that'd be kind of disappointing on my end, though, if this is still rated better than, like, one of my favorite artists' concerts.
Yeah. I mean, being real, like, this is, like, as we've stated before, this isn't really Ashton's style, so, like, it's probably to be expected it's going to be outclassed, like, at least somewhat easily by something he actually more listens to.
Yeah, like, I was cracking jokes when we were, like, driving there. I was like, okay, we're gonna go... Like, I was making jokes about, like, the band name. Like, I was pretending that there was only, like, one heavy metal band ever to exist, and that was Metallica. So I was like, they better play Master of Puppets.
Yeah. I was just like, wait a minute. Just, picking up on the joke and just kind of add my own 2 cents on it.
Yeah. But they didn't play Master of Puppets. I was kind of disappointed.
Gee, I wonder why. It's not like it's their song.
It's iconic. They have to play it.
Just because it's iconic doesn't mean they need to play it.
You're wrong.
I don't know, man. Besides, they also don't hold the copyright to it.
Well, bands do play other people's songs occasionally.
That's true, but they probably need special permissions for it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I think we all wrapped it up perfectly.
Yeah. I guess as one little final remark, with each Avenged Sevenfold show you go to, you also get a free light show.
A free what?
Light show.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's wrap for this topic, at least.
Yeah. That was a pretty good time, too. Stay at home.
I mean, it was definitely most of it. I just looked at the recording.
Yeah. Now that we're done with this rockin' topic, we're gonna go on to a vomit-inducing new Skittle flavor. And don't mention it yet, but...
I Uh, just take it away.
Um, this new Skittle flavor does not taste like the rainbow. Um, it tastes like, what brand is that? French's American flavored mustard. Mustard.
Uh, just think of it,
This,
it's like making my skin crawl. It sounds awful.
I, okay, sauces are meant to be sauces. They're not supposed to be the main flavor of what you're eating.
Yeah, they're called condiments for a reason.
Yeah, well, not like, wait, yeah, not just like the whole course. But looking at like the promotion, like I'm assuming this is a promotion picture of the Skittles flavor. It's the Skittles packaging. The only really thing that's colored is like the background rainbow and then the Skittles. And all the Skittles are yellow. And it's like it it just looks like bad.
Man, you can play Skittles roulette. Have like six, like have five lemon ones and
Oh god.
one mustard one. Whoever eats the mustard one loses.
Whoever eats the mustard one has to try all the other bad Skittle limited edition things. But like actually talking about something good here besides this mustard flavored like Skittle limited edition. This is gonna sound really weird and it's gonna sound like who would actually like it, but I really enjoyed it. They used to have spicy Skittles.
I think I've had some of those.
I don't remember what like packaging they are and everything, but they were like pretty sure they were called like spicy something. But they were actually like they weren't like overwhelmingly spicy. They just had like a little kick to them, but it was pretty good.
Hmm.
But on the other hand, let's talk about this really bad flavor. In celebration of National Mustard Day, August 5th, the candy brand has partnered with French's to make its first ever mustard flavored Skittle. A press release described the candy as a tangy mustard flavor. Ugh.
Oh,
Oh, this next description. Ugh. Combined with the candy's iconic chewy texture doused in yellow coloring.
man, it's disgusting.
Tangy mustard flavor and iconic chewy texture just is putting the bad taste in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even. Don't expect to see it on store shelves. Thank God. Near the mustard, near the mustard or the candy aisle. People brave enough to try the new flavor can do that at French's Mustard Mobile that stops in 3 U.S. cities, including Atlanta on July 31st, Washington on August 2nd, and New York on August 5th, where a website for the exact time and locations. Okay, so you can like figure out where it is and all that. Fans can also enter an online sweepstakes for a chance to win a package.
Ew.
Wait, is it? I'm assuming what they mean by package is like it's like a goodie like bag full of other things, but I'm just imagining like they just ship the like just one like small package of Skittles to them.
You get an entire freaking crate. Only full of mustard flavored Skittles.
And then just on like all around the crate it just says "You sick fuck."
Aw.
Why would you sign up for this sweepstake? I mean, if you want to win a sweepstake, I guess this one's probably going to be pretty easy to win.
Yeah, unless you're crazy enough.
Okay. Food brands often debut wacky and sometimes gross flavors in hopes that their concoctions go viral on social media. This way, give sales a temporary boost and generate positive social media coverage.
Well, that's how Pink Sauce got started, so clearly it worked. Or it works, I should say.
Yeah, I'd imagine that it does pretty well, too.
Yeah. Everyone knows that the best advertisement is word of mouth advertisement or whatever.
I'm trying to think of, like, weird, like, zany stuff like this that people, like, companies have done. Nothing's really coming to mind, or, like, it was so, like, sickening inducing that I just, like, blocked it out of my mind.
Yeah. I mean, there's some right in the next sentence.
Oh, okay, perfect. Such food marketing stunts have been growing in frequency, if not always popularity. Last year brought us hot dog flavored popsicles and Velveeta martinis.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Oh my god, I want to stop talking about this article. This is.
Yeah, I got that lump in your throat that you get before, like you feel like you're gonna throw up. I got that right now.
Oh god. The Mars owned candy frequently comes out with limited flavors, however, they're usually sweet and sour. In 2020, the candy briefly ditched its iconic rainbow packaging and colors to celebrate LGBTQ plus community with artist designed pride packages. Yeah, at one
Cool, I
point didn't
guess.
they have like the Skittles packaging was completely black and white?
Did they?
I think it was completely black and white besides the rainbow. LG
Skittles.
plus. Gosh, I'm a slow typer.
I don't feel bad. I am too.
Skittles. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
this looks
That's
fake, but it's basically the Skittles packaging, but like the little description on the packaging is only one rainbow matters during Pride, and the only thing that's colored in the packaging for the whole thing is the Skittles logo. Like everything else is black and white.
for a second I thought those were the like the yogurt covered ones that they made like a while back.
I remember those too. Those are good. They got rid of the colors on the actual Skittles themselves too.
Which makes it kind of hard to see which one, to see which ones taste like which ones, but whatever.
Peach Skittles?
Huh.
Sorry,
Sounds
I'm just clicking on random stuff now. This actually sounds good.
pretty good.
Orchard flavors?
Apple.
Hmm.
Man, I bet there's like some crazy like international flavors that we can't get here in America.
Mango Skittles.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh. I gotta order me some Skittles after this. Sweet Heat. This is the flavor that I was talking about.
Well, yeah. I think I've definitely had some of these.
The spicy ones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do have Starburst too. At least what it looks like in the picture.
Hmm.
And they're owned by the same company, so it makes sense.
What
I
other
think they're-
unique? Brown Skittles, yellow, big Skittles,
Oh boy.
rare Skittles, Skittles bubblegum, Skittles dark side. I heard that those are good.
Yeah. Oh boy. That took me right back. What we just saw just took us right back to like 2017 when fidget spinners were a thing.
Okay. We gotta explain it now that Gavin you mentioned it, but
Yeah.
it is a thumbnail of a kid like eating. Hold on, let me. The thumbnail title is DIY fidget spinner. You can eat it. Rare edible Skittles fidget toy. And it's like just a kid eating a fidget spinner, but the fidget spinner is made out of crushed up Skittles.
Yeah. Probably melted together too.
Is this Thanksgiving Skittles?
I don't know.
Oh, chocolate Skittles. Okay, I'm done. That's starting to get bad.
Yeah. Okay, back on track.
Time to get to worse. Okay. For French's owned by McCormick and Company, the Skittles partnership is the latest series of stunts for the holiday. Last year, French's sold a mustard-flavored donut in New York.
Ew.
I think I heard about that. And in 2019, it sold a yellow mustard-flavored ice cream that aimed to bring together to all American classics ice cream and mustard.
No. Listen, if they want to if they want to combine with something and claim it was all American, they should have at least done with apple pie.
Yeah, or like what is it? Hot dogs is like the American pastime food or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, hot
Um,
dogs and hamburgers, even though we basically stole those from Germany. they're,
okay.
they're, they're called hamburgers for a reason. They're invented in Hamburg, Germany. In
Is that
fact,
actually why they're named that?
yes, in fact, during the Second World War, they were renamed to Liberty Steaks to sound more patriotic.
Wow. That's like the Fanta thing.
Yeah.
If you
I
want to
guess
do more research, look up um
how Fanta was invented.
yeah. It's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
There's some story behind it, but I'm just gonna read the last sentence of this and we can move on to yours.
Yep.
McCormick bought French's from Retchik Benkisner RBGLY in 2017 in a $4 billion deal to expand the seasoning company's portfolio. It's the top selling mustard brand in the United States.
Yeah.
This is an awful flavor, and I hope I never hear about this again.
Yeah, hopefully we won't.
But hopefully onto a less gross topic, depending on if you're a Twitter power user or not. Gavin's topic.
Huh? No, it's official. Twitter has been rebranded. Is now X.
It's so dumb.
Uh-huh.
I need to rant real quick about this,
Feel free.
and then we can get to it. So, first of all, if you go on Google right now and you type in X, just like the letter X.com, it redirects you to Twitter. And another thing is, Twitter is like unique. Like, there's certain sayings that only like are matched to Twitter's like what they had. Like, you send out a tweet, that's like posting something. You don't talk about YouTube and you'll be like, yo, I just posted a tube. That just sounds really dumb. But like on Twitter, you'd say, oh, I just sent out a tweet. Or like if you retweet somebody, like re-message them, you say retweet. And it like makes sense. But now with X, they're like trying to... There's like another word that they use that they'll probably talk about in here that's just really dumb. Yeah. Another funny thing that I gotta mention, because I don't think it says it in this article, is... So Twitter videos are called Twitter videos, and now that Twitter's rebranded to X, now they're technically called X videos.
Which anyone that's been around the internet kind of understands the implication.
But yeah, like, people are so confused when hashtag X videos was trending on Twitter, just for people to find out that that's what they're calling Twitter's videos now. Mm-hmm. But I have one more quick thing to say. I think that this is going to fail and they're eventually just going to go back to Twitter.
That's probably the best option if we want to be real.
They better not, this better not mean that, in the future... Because I have a feeling this influence kind of came from, Facebook, switching to Meta, or, Oculus switching to Meta.
Yeah, which people thought was really stupid in itself.
I swear to God, if Google, changes their name to, O or something like that, they just pick, random letters.
Alright, that would make no sense.
I don't know. I need to get you on track so I stop going on and on and on.
Yeah. Let's see. Twitter is being rebranded as X. X.com is now redirects to Twitter.com, following a tweet from Twitter owner Elon Musk today. And an interim X logo will soon replace the Twitter bird logo. Leading up to the change, Musk spent a lot of time tweeting about it. I still want to preface this. This is probably the worst marketing decision of all time.
Yeah, if it doesn't mention it, the reason that he's changing it, then we can talk about it later. But, yeah. Along with Gavin just said, it's, really dumb marketing.
I mean, I guess for a little Easter egg, X.com is what he originally wanted to call his first draft of PayPal, so...
I think I heard about that, too.
Yeah. I know it's because I did a project on Elon Musk in like ninth grade, back
Oh.
when it was still considered cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Around 12 a.m. Eastern time last night from whenever this article was posted, and did so for he started tweeting and did so for hours about the Twitter
Whoa.
rebrand to X. No, one letter name he's using repeatedly in company product names forever. It started with a tweet saying, "Soon we shall bid adieu to the Twitter bird and gradually all the birds." It's kind of freaking menacing if when he puts it like that. Followed by a second tweet adding that if a good enough X logo is put in the we'll make a go live we'll make go live worldwide tomorrow. Good going article. Anyway,
Dumb wording.
yeah. Musk then, over the next several hours, gestured to the changes in between other posts and replied things like Deus Ex or replying to others talking about it. At one point, he joined a Twitter Spaces session. I don't know what that is.
Oh my god, I heard
Called
about this.
No one talked until we summoned Elon Musk, and sat silently for almost an hour before unmuting and confirming that he will be changing Twitter's logo tomorrow, adding, "We're cutting the Twitter logo from the building with blowtorches."
Okay,
Man.
so he joined Twitter Spaces session and they said that he was on mute for like an hour, right?
Yep.
So what he was literally doing is he unmuted and said that he was playing that they're interrupting his session of Diablo 4. He was gaming while talking about this. And he kept like mentioning Diablo 4 and then at the end he's like, "Okay, I got to go play more Diablo 4."
Well, it looks like they roped him in.
Yeah.
Let's see. Musk also reportedly sent an email last night to Twitter employees telling them that the company would become X and that it would be the last time he would email from a Twitter address, according to the Threads post. Oh yeah, Threads, that thing that lasted like 2 days. Anyway, from platformer editor Zoe Schiffer, she added that she assumes he was talking about the logo since Twitter's business had already been renamed to Xcore. Let's see, time real quick. I think we're
This
kind of
is
running
this is
close.
pretty short. We can go just like these.
Yeah. Let's see. As for what the new logo would look like, Musk pinned a GIF that was posted by Sawyer Merritt, a Twitter user who offered the logo, which he said was used for his discontinued podcast.
Ha, nerd.
Nerd. And it probably
You
has
can't
like
even run a podcast.
Yeah. To be fair, we're gonna kind of do a like half of an Unus Honest where we're just gonna stop after a while if things like don't really work out. But we're not gonna delete everything.
Yeah.
Anyway. Later Musk was going with the minimalist Art Deco logo, but probably make the change to refine it later. That's one thing you've noticed with like a lot of different companies that like they're going like minimalist art and it makes it look like a lot worse.
Yeah, like Firefox. It
Uh-huh.
used to be, hold on, I literally have it right now. It used to be like the fox around the globe and it was very distinct, and now it's like, right now, it's like, it kind of looks like a fox and it's like holding a purple orb that like barely looks like the earth.
Yeah, in Google with like them like simplifying like their like icons and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Twitter CEO Linda Yaccarino or Yaccarino, I don't know. Then shared the logo as well, saying, "X is here, let's do this." It's now being used for Musk's profile pic. The letter X has been on just about everything Musk has touched for the past 2+ decades.
Wow.
Excuse me. X.com was the original name for PayPal. Yeah. SpaceX company name. In the name for Tesla SUV, its anchors XA, and he said that he wanted to turn Twitter into X, the everything app. Now he's finally doing something with X.com domain he bought back from PayPal in 20.
I'm pretty sure he also named, yep. The
X,
start of his son's name is literally X.
X, then like the aetherical symbol, and then A-12.
Musk.
Uh-huh.
I remember when he first named his child, like, there was literally, like, people were saying that the government should get involved because it's, like, a form of child cruelty or something like that. Like, you can't name a child that.
Yeah. Apparently how you pronounce it is A-A12.
I saw a meme where he was on a podcast and, like, they asked him about it, and the guy, like, legitimately thought that at the start when he went, like, that was his name. Like, he was just, like, thinking, like, how to say it, and he just said,
If you don't even know how to pronounce your own kid's name with your children, then that's a problem.
But I'm pretty sure, like, the A12 is, like, it's like a jet, like, model or something like that. Like a plane model, I think is what he said.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
All I can say is that kid, as soon as he turns 18, he has to change his name.
Yeah. But I think we're putting an X on this.
Yeah, that is wrapped. So, I guess if we're good to end, this has been episode 17 of the Extra Casual podcast. This has been your host, Gavin.
And Ashton.
And we'll see you all later.
Yep. Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Also follow. Bye.